Spring, Texas, a quiet community where manicured lawns and friendly neighbors paint a picture of idyllic suburban life. But behind the facade of normalcy, a dark and twisted tale recently unfolded. A tale of love, betrayal, and ultimately, murder. This is the story of a love triangle gone terribly wrong, leaving a community in shock and a family shattered. The idyllic peace of Spring, Texas was shattered by a crime of passion. On a day that began like any other, the truth emerged with the force of a hurricane, leaving devastation in its wake. Lives were forever changed and a community left grappling with the dark side of human nature. At the heart of this tragedy were three individuals whose lives became fatally intertwined. Karen Stewart, a woman scorned, driven to the brink by betrayal. James Hardgrove, the man caught in the web of his own deceit, and Sandra Hartgrove, the unsuspecting wife, left to pick up the pieces of her shattered reality. Their story, like many others, began with promise. James and Sandra Hartgrove, high school sweethearts, built a life together, their love a beacon of hope to those who knew them. Karen Stewart, a successful businesswoman, seemed to have it all. Their paths, however, would soon converge, setting in motion a chain of events with irreversible consequences. James, recently retired and battling health issues, found solace in Karen's company. What began as friendship, or so it seemed, soon spiraled into a clandestine affair. Unbeknownst to Sandra, her husband was living a double life, his heart torn between two women. The weight of his secret began to take its toll. James, once a picture of health, found his condition worsening. The stress of his deceit was slowly eating away at him, both physically and emotionally, yet he remained trapped in the tangled web of his own making. The truth, as it often does, eventually came to light. Karen Stewart. Suspecting James's infidelity, I uncovered undeniable proof of his betrayal. Overcome with a potent cocktail of rage, hurt and despair, she confronted James. Karen Stewart. What followed was a heated argument, escalating into a physical altercation. In a moment of blind fury, Karen struck James, delivering a fatal blow. Karen Stewart, he collapsed, his life ebbing away. Karen, in shock, fled the scene, leaving behind a trail of devastation that would forever scar the lives of those involved. News of James's death sent shockwaves through the community. Community member neighbors who knew him as a kind and gentle man struggled to reconcile the image of their friend with the circumstances of his demise. The idyllic facade of their suburban paradise had been irrevocably shattered. Community member. As investigators pieced together the events leading up to the murder, the community grappled with the tragedy. The story became a cautionary tale, a stark reminder that even in the most tranquil of settings, darkness can lurk beneath the surface. However, it was Sandra who bore the brunt of the tragedy. Sandra Hartgrove. The revelation of my husband's infidelity, coupled with the horrific nature of his death, left me utterly devastated. The life they had built together, the dreams they had shared, now lay in ruins. Sandra Hartgrove. In the wake of the tragedy, I showed incredible strength. She faced the media, her voice trembling but resolute as she spoke of her love for James and the pain of her loss. Sandra Hartgrove. I spoke of forgiveness not just for James, but for Karen as well, acknowledging the complex emotions that fueled the tragedy. Her resilience became a beacon of hope, a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit.